that one. So
that's fair. Either way, they're going to be, as I said, they would take before this started if you said you have one map to win, you eliminate mousesports and you move on to the next day. I think they'd be happy to take that one.
Yeah, sure.
And that's essentially what they have here, and they're going to be starting on the T side, the attacking side of Vertigo. Acor's got a deep angle down a ramp, sees nothing quite yet.
Nothing quite yet. I think he did spot Malta there. Definitely hears the sound. Doesn't want to get caught, so he falls back to the crane. A couple more speculative shots, and he'll go over toward default instead. Actually gets tagged directly by the smoke. Frozen through it. Finds the first kill. It's Hats. It gets his removed. Mass is along with this full rotation. Bomb's committed. It's not all the way up the ramp just yet, though, but this is a pretty solid indication with them pushed so far back in the site as well that they want to plant the bomb in A. Smoke's already gone, though. They've got to be very careful here. And the bomb's still down on the ramp. You could throw it up, but you still have to expose yourself slightly going backwards, especially with Rops on the angle to see above the boxes.
I think they're buying time for Inns to see what he can do in towards middle. He's backed all the way up, and he's climbing the ladder now, and I'm assuming he's going to try and create a flank. But there's a timer on this, and you're essentially putting the round in his hands, although Malta's being aggressive. That's 2 stunning shots, good entries. That opens it up, and that actually makes Inns more powerful. He can be put into play. If Renegades can slow this down, the flank is going to be massive.
Sicko on the half wall. Inns, you're right. He has come in perfectly timed, but Dexter gets both. Alistair is going to try to pull it back. He's got to tap this, and a little bit slow on the fake. Shake and bake, baby. Mousesports get the pistol.
Oh, man, I thought that flank was going to be way, way more impactful. Only able to get one off of it, and Renegades not able to slow it down enough to allow him to have the time for the perfect flank. 1-0 for mousesports as they take the pistol. And no bomb plant means not a whole lot of cash flow for Renegades to have any kind of dangerous investment in this round. To the B-bomb site we go. One flashbang stream out. SMG's going to chew up one. That's on Rops. Glock's going through the wood is not going to do a whole lot of damage, and now the nades are out, and Renegades knew it was coming. They backed off before the HEs ever came anywhere near. Oh dear.
Tense. This is like that moment in the pubs with the old iteration where you jump down early and you're like, oh, flank, and then the whole team turns around and you're like, I'm just kidding. I'm going to pretend I'm not actually here. Sorry,
Joke's
guys.
on me. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, didn't mean to disturb you. Definitely been there once or twice.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, this is actually turning out to be possible. Hats has us in a 1-on-2, minute and 6 still to play, and he has the FAMAS picked up.
He would have to get insanely fortunate on a lot of timings.
He doesn't have armor, which is also a huge problem in this situation. Whereas there's head armor on both sides.
And I think Dexter is playing this smart as well. He's not peeking. He's not giving away his position. He doesn't even really care if Hats makes it into the bomb site. He's just making sure he can't progress to a certain point. Smoke's going to help him plant. That's quite nice. So Hats has at least gotten his team the extra money. But Dexter's got the kill immediately afterwards. And yeah, 3 kills in a plant. You're going to love that for Renegades. They're definitely buying up in the next round. They already were going to. The plant's just a little cherry on top. Shoot the body, BMS. No?
So apparently we also, I saw the highlight earlier. I think I made mention of it on our stream, but we had the Spaniards showing off they're not so great at heights because...
Oh yeah, you can talk about that. I haven't seen that.
He was scoped in. He was on the B site, and poor old Sunpace walked backwards and fell off the map.
Well, you hate to see it. Well, I haven't seen it yet. But
they still did win. It was like a 10-8 scoreline. It went 10-9, but they still managed to win in advance. So credit to them there.
I think I saw he made up for it, didn't he? Had a pretty sick shot to get a double kill later on that actually helped to win him the map.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. We'll find out later. I like to go home, back to the hotel, watch all those clips. For now, Renegades chucking out an early nade, seeing if anyone's trying to jiggle behind the sandbags. Alistair is going to help lead the way up the ramp with an AWP. A couple players still outside of the B bomb site. Hats is at yellow. They don't even realize it. Yeah, one freebie controls the spray. Almost found Acor. But he's got information that 2 more players at the A bomb site.
Acor sitting far back can try and flash Frozen in. He's got 100 HP Frozen, whereas Acor does not. Significantly less, in fact. Just want to make a mention of the fact that there are no kits. in play at the moment. As we sit and wait to see exactly where this all transpires. It does look to be toward the B site instead. With one man left out of that, that's going to be Inns, who once again is trying to play the lurk on this map. Once again, trying to get toward middle as Rops will fall to Malta. That will allow the entry. Flashes go over. Malta swings back around to play on the catwalk position. Molotov to make sure that mid connector's cut. And Acor from CT spawn will nade for something, anything. The lurk was found. Default bomb plant, gets the nade dunked on. It's down to 26 HP and a 3-on-3, but frozen way off the map, way off the site, and on the other side of the map indicates to me that this isn't even going to be attempted.
Yeah, not at all. Not even close to being in position. And as you said earlier, no kits. Now, they might have made the same decision even if they had the kits with Frozen being so far away, but certainly, you know, that kit is a very motivating factor. Bimas and Acor having the cash flow to pick those up, but didn't do it. I think even Dexter might have... not going to call him out, because I don't know if he actually had one. He might have just gone down with it. 2-1. Nice, easy round, but mousesports don't want to get into any economic issues if they don't have to early on at Vertigo. So playing it pretty conservative in that third round.
So scary noise of a horn down below. I don't know how I feel about being on the 51st floor unsecured doing construction like this. You know that picture with like the construction workers in New York sitting on the steel beam, like,
oh yeah, like the old school one,
eating lunch? Yeah. I know they recreate it now with like CGI and green screens all the time, but like that actually sitting there just casually, I don't know. I'm not scared of heights, but like there's a reason to that. Like there's a limit to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's one of those pictures that makes your palms sweat.
Yeah, it's like all those videos of like the people that climb all those buildings and like scale up to the building still. And no, thank you. You're just why?
Yeah, you're all insane. But also you're kind of.
And that's
cool.
coming from me. This is like, if I say you're insane, you might be actually screwed.
Early kill onto Malta, no real chance for a trade. That's a pretty solid setup over at the B bomb site from mousesports. Renegades have some utility to play with. 3 flashbangs, 3 smokes, a nade, and a Molotov to make this A execute work. It's a 4-on-5. The counter utility is going to be painful. They haven't forced any of it out up until this point. How has Hats got here? Hello.
Yeah, that's actually pretty insane. Dexter's done. And he can turn it around. They're still staring at him. They came through the smoke. They were that close to shutting him down. I think even he would have been surprised turning around and realizing an enemy was sitting there. I want to see that almost from the other perspective and how close that was. Maybe he's even looking at him like, oh, that's my teammate. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, good play from BMAS. Nade drops the Molotov, knows he's got to run to the left and just spams the smoke. That leaves Inns in a 1 versus 2, and he has been the man in this series for Renegades. Top fragger across the first 2 maps. And as Rops, oh yeah, he sees the barrel. It's over. It's done. I don't mean to ruin everyone's dreams, but Rops made that look simple.
Yeah, you ruined my day, actually. It's just over now.
It's Rops' fault.
And now we're blaming people. All right, Jason.
Throwing all the blame around to everybody but me.
Anyone else you'd like to put on blast?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I just can't believe Stunna still said that Lord of the Rings was terrible.
Oh, God bless. His Twitter is blowing up.
Good.
Early smokes out, early nades out. 3 players leaning towards the B-bomb site for Renegades early on. Hats is challenging. Sicko in the back could set up some support nades. And BMAS is... Ooh, there's a nice spot. Flash bounces off. They're completely blind. Perfect timing on it. I don't even think there was a sound cue that I caught.
Absolutely obliterated. Yeah, Robs gets that first kill. I don't even think he potentially even spotted the second player that was there, but they don't need to. That's good enough information. Dexter's caught out in no man's land. Acor does come around to at least get one back, but it's the AWP from the lane, and he'll have to retreat and make sure he can cover the site and not get trapped in that position. Molotov forces him all the way back anyway. Sicko is being exactly that by trying to balance his life on the edge on a wire.
Now creeping in, but nobody from mousesports needs to really challenge or show themselves too early. Let Renegades come to you. Only one flashbang on Acor, and now he knows he's got Inns trapped in the corner, who makes it out, but the follow-up shot is great. That's bomb hitting the deck. And Sicko is not long for this world.
Found and removed. There is a kid on the ramp right there, is there not? Because it's not highlighted. Yeah, there was. It wasn't highlighted with the light blue that time, so I was surprised.
Maybe X-Ray was not on the Observer PC that was being utilized.
It was, because we had X-ray and everyone else.
Okay,
maybe is there an option to just shut off that now? I haven't played around with it yet.
Yes.
But, there you go. So maybe it was. But there was a kid down on the ramp. I was like, yeah, see, there it is. There's the one. That's the one I was talking about. Anyway, I'll stop fixating on that because we've got a round on our hands.
No, it's a good point. It's coming to play a couple times in this series, so fair enough.
Yeah, and usually, like, look, if not everyone on the team's going to buy a kit, you keep track, and you also play accordingly, right? If you're one of the players with a kit, typically you're going to be closer to the site. You're not going to be the guy that's, like, rushing in and being aggressive and going so far away that it's in a useless and unrecoverable spot. It's like giving away a gun on an eco round, right?
Yeah.
Not quite to that extent.
Not quite, but I know
you know
what
I
you
mean.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same type of deal. You need to keep it somewhere relevant. So Alistair will rotate back around. Isn't there a villain that has the name Alistair? Alistair?
It's from like a Nintendo game, isn't it? I think it's like a vampire or something. Maybe he's the good guy. I forget what it's called though. It's also in League of Legends.
There you go. Woo! Sassy. Just sassy from Malta. Rops goes down. He's going to keep working in with the Deagle.
Oh, the quad player.
You're absolutely right. He swings out, makes no mistake about it, and that's just clean, concise, collected. Dexter getting involved, and just keep track of BMAS because CT side seems to be his thing so far in this series. He's on 5 kills right now, so already looking pretty consistent. But, yeah, everyone doing the job right now for mousesports. 5-1 start. I'm not, look, we had an 11-1 start. Or was it 10 or, I think it was 11-1.
It was 11-1.
Yeah, I'm not going to get to it. Until mousesports closes this game, I'm not getting too far away from this.
Oh, I remember you said that. I'm gonna keep you in check on that one.
Yeah, okay, please, because I was, yeah.
It's going to be like 6-1. You'll be like, oh, mousesports cruising to a victory. All right, Renegades. Opening to these rounds have been pretty chill, especially towards the A ramp. A lot less battling, a lot less back and forth than we're used to seeing. Need to get started here in round 7. 3 players heading towards A. Malta, the player to challenge behind the smoke. Ooh, it might have heard the drop, but he almost connected with the spam. I think the box might have been in the way regardless. But the X-ray made it look cool.
Be misleading like that, certainly. I love the intent to bounce off the bottom side of the crane. Flash off on top of the ramp position. That will allow Acor a retreat after he goes to try and find one with the AWP. Doesn't want to extend too far yet around the wall.
I feel like Acor's got to be loving the fact that he's not getting like challenged through smokes in any way, or like nades and flashbangs coming through and players trying to beat his angle to get to yellow. He's had a pretty relaxed time. Ooh, he can't pull it down, though. Can't pull it down quick enough, and there goes Dexter through the smoke. Good guess from Alistair. One player aggressive, there might be 2.
That was a guess. That's exactly right. He fired into it, just hoping that maybe he's trying to hold and counter off the fact that they took his teammate down, and they get away with it. Now their best chance to secure another round in this half so far. Frozen on double stack. Stays behind Orange and falls off for the reload, but it will be Sicko that plants the bomb.
Will be Sicko that burns alive as well. Good kill from BMOS, and they've made the retake possible with that kill if they want to go for it. Although Rops's flank is pretty slow, so this kill is everything, and nice shot from Malta. Way to turn into it, and now they've been forced away. BMOS and Frozen got to back off, save what weapons they can, and let Renegades find their second round.
5-2, and AWP held carried over. That all stems as well, not only from finding A-core, as you say, having not put a ton of pressure into it, but then also on top of it, additionally. See, what if Blast Force was a thing, right? Like you all stayed there to try and survive the bomb, and it just like pushed you off.
Okay.
You know, it moves guns. Why can't it move the humans?
Yeah, I'm into that. I like that idea.
I don't. Please don't actually implement that. Well, thank you for appeasing me, but don't do that.
No, I'm a big fan. I think it'd be fun.
But then we'd all have parachutes because they're real terrorists.
We always laugh and get happy when people fall off the edge of the map. So
it is true. I do that.
Bring a little bit more excitement.
I think we need...
Here we go. This is going to be genius.
Yeah. We need the jump pads.
Okay.
From Danger Zone in this map. Could you imagine the strats? The T's could like throw a jump pad and then jump around outside the map and then strafe control and land upstairs.
All right.
I mean, if you're taking over the 51st floor, you're either going to have a parachute for a quick escape or one of those jump pads to make a cool play.
Good point.
Suction cups to climb the outside.
Gravity suit. Shout out to Tom Cruise.
Let's just get jetpacks.
Alistair looking over the smoke, but it's tough to find players over the top of that smoke. If you're an opera, it feels like frequently you just get stalled out looking for a peak that just doesn't always come, that just rarely comes. Smoke dropped over to A-core so he can... Oh, no, he didn't get it. That's risky to go back for it. But this is exactly why they dropped it to him, so he could find some safety. He didn't have one, so he needed the smoke to play this position. Nades coming in now, and even that does no damage to him.
Yep, good old Counter-Strike nades. All right, Molotov down this time. And from on top of the sandbags, A-core has hats. This time he gets away with it. They'll try and push toward the scaffolding, and A-core makes no mistake. And that one as they go back down the lane. He's up to 3. He's got perfect aim, and he's going to try and go past the flame to find yet more. As he's on 18 HP, Alistair will finally get the shot that silences him in this round. But I dare say this one is too far gone. 17 seconds in a 4 versus 2. Stranger things have happened. Bomb is still in play. Malta's going to try and get that plant down now, but Frozen's alongside. It has the lineup perfectly in position. 6-2 for Mouse.
That's a hero smoke. 3 kills. Attribute those 3 kills to the smoke. The little smoke that could. That is perfect. And I actually didn't realize inside that smoke, A-core had moved pretty far to the right to be able to avoid that nade damage. So heads up play from him looking into the future and seeing what's coming next. But man, without that smoke, he would have surely gone down maybe 1 for 1, but that would have been about it. 6-2, mousesports in full control. Oh, this is... Malta's going through this for sure, but Rops has him. Rops has the first. Needs a teammate to peek up. Sicko? No, oh, Lord. Rops is playing a dangerous game, and he somehow survived. He's surely going to get more for his troubles, dropping a smoke to give himself a little bit more time. And Rops, I don't know how he's alive, much less alive with 73 HP.
They just can't find him. And look at Malta just praying at the altar that this round somehow goes back to his teammates, but yeah, Robs, 3 HP survives. They can't find him. And look at that. Up the side of the stairs and gets away. Had so much support. Don't just give that all the credit to Robs. His teammates above him did a phenomenal job of keeping him alive as well and getting him out of there. They maintain what is a 2-man advantage. It could have only just been 1 despite all of that exchange. The biggest aspect of this, though, is the amount of utility that was used in just that position. And yet the CT still have a decent amount left.
I was going to say, it took 2 lives and a ton of utility just to get Robs down to 3 HP, not even to kill him. That's so many resources utilized that they no longer have access to in this round. Hat's going to be jumping up the sandbags. There is still 1 player, Dexter, hiding behind the sandbags of his own, and if Inns decides to save his Molotov for somewhere else, they're in trouble. But I don't think he wants to give away the game. A Molotov behind sandbags generally indicates you're coming in this direction. Although Dexter does hear all the footsteps, so it doesn't much matter. He's just waiting for the moment.
Shot out, Dexter with 2. And it's just on to Inns. Who I would say is not on the ins of this round, but rather on the outs.
Nice.
Thank you, I'll be here all major.
Nice. Second timeout called by Renegades, trying to find a way to get back into this map. mousesports is continuing some of that dominance that we saw on Inferno previously, carrying it forward into this map, and out to a really, really, really nice lead.
Yeah, again, I'm not getting too far ahead of that one. We've seen this really nice lead before.
We've seen this story play out.
Do you always mute yourself for the last word of your sentence, or is that just something you did for me?
I was so excited for a drink of water. I was so excited. Hydro homies, rise up.
All right, Hydro homies, yeah. Get it up in the chat. H20 bros. And we've seen that stoicism as well on the Renegade side. The good news is they already have a recent sample of the fact that they can come back from situations like this, so they don't need to panic too much just yet. It is a long flight back to Australia. A long number of flights, actually.
But once you get there, it's great.
It's not bad, I will say. Alistair trying to make sure that they don't have to go too soon, though, as he gets the pistol in position. But Dexter,
ooh,
he's not the one that wants to go back to Australia, that's for sure. He's got 3 kills in this round as he pops back out. Acor's still on top of the site, jumping up, and down goes Inns. Up goes the score once more for Mouse, 8-2.
Well, we've touched on it a couple times. I mean, even in a loss on Inferno, but going back to Mirage, we've been very impressed with how Renegades has fought back in the series when they've gotten down. The comeback they had on Mirage was spectacular. The tenacity to stay in this game, some of the creativity they've had in these rounds has been very impressive as well. They've got to show it to us one more time because mousesports has extended this lead to a dangerous portion. And this looks like, again, massive bodies towards the B bomb site. 4 players here. This time, at least, it's not aggressive. Rops isn't there just messing with them whatsoever.
Hold from quad on Rops. Rops. But Rops is going to try and hold it out. And he'll drop Hats. Sicko. Spam hashtag drop to help Rob.
Yeah, at this point, after this round,
done.
Finally, that's fair play.
Yeah, he's like completely immune to bullets right now.
It doesn't even matter, though. 2 more players have rotated over. You have a player hiding in quad as well. Like, BMAS doesn't have to do anything. Like, take your hands off the keyboard, let Acor handle business, and just wait for your moment. Don't actually take your hands off the keyboard. That was a bit much. Actually, Acor doesn't realize that someone could be there. Good peek from BMAS, saving his life and allowing Acor to settle down for the follow-up kill. That's dirty.
That was a huge save. Buy that man a beer. Do a shoey out of his shoe.
Ugh.
I mean, he's earned it. Keeps him alive, but Inns is now in a 1-on-3. Takes down Acor.
28 seconds. At least he's got the bomb, but yeah. mousesports backing off and playing a passive defense. You've got to get by so much. And they've even got 2 Molotovs and an HE grenade to utilize as well. You're not even going to make it to the point where that would be a factor. Now if you're Renegades, and I mean, also if you're mousesports, I guess, but focusing on the Renegades perspective, you tried to take that B bomb site a couple of times, and for the most part, you've been shut down. Rops dropped down the stairs, got a couple kills in conjunction with his teammates, stayed alive, wasted resources, wasted time. Now you go to the B bomb site. Rops is playing back closer to the bomb site. He gets a double kill, shuts down your hit. Previously, Rops has dropped down and found a kill or 2. Like, you probably just, if you're Renegades, you're not feeling very motivated towards that B bomb site.
BMAS staring straight down to the entrance to B. Rops flirting with a smoke. Sees if he wants to go through it. Acor nearly spotted out. Needs to get away from that. This is interesting. A fast play from mid. We haven't seen this yet. It was going to be a wrap back to A, I dare say, through CT, but they were caught out. And BMAS burns Sicko alive. And not only that, he found one with the gun ahead of time. Poor old Inns is getting left to his own devices a lot, isn't he?
Yeah, it's just... It's not so much the kills, it's just that the kills they're getting aren't having impact. Like, yeah, Malta has 6 kills, Inns has 6 kills, so does Hats, but they're not like kills that are actually... They're kills when you're already down like 2 players, you know? You're fighting back.
Sicko's only got 1. It's not perfect.
It's not ideal.
I was going to say the word ideal, but that just seemed too obvious. And not perfect seemed even more obvious, so...
Nobody dreams about having 1-kill games.
Good shot, Robs to take down Alistair. And the bomb subsequently, and now Inns is left alone again. I think he knows the situation all too well. 34 seconds on the clock, and he had even less HP than that as Robs finished him off. 10-2. So we're getting into that territory of where they found themselves on the first map of this series. But Mirage, there you go at the top. But yeah, again, I'm not saying anything, Jason. I think this started last time with you saying if they could just close out the last 3 rounds of the half.
Yeah, it did.
There you go.
We'll wait till mousesports. Yeah. Well, maybe they can do it again. We'll see. Look, we got to give a shout out again to our boy in the desk, Yanko.
Yeah.
He called it again. He's like, if it gets to the third map, if it gets to Vertigo, that's where mousesports is just going to have a nice, easy time closing it out. And so far, so good.
Yep. I have to say, the man is smarter than I give him credit for. Don't tell him I said that.
I think some of the other guys made good points too, but that was the one that sticks out of my brain.
Yeah, I don't remember though, right? Like, I'm sure they said some good stuff, but...
Here we go, round 13. Renegades desperately looking for a sign of life. I think when they needed it previously on Mirage, when we did say they need these last 3 rounds, it's guys like Inns and Alistair were just popping off. They were providing that breath of life that allowed them to come back into the game. They need something from their star players right here, right now.
Still surprised we don't see that boost a little bit more. I know that it's very susceptible to spam through the wall when they do get onto the ramp, but yeah, Frozen's position's pretty snazzy. And there's obviously a lot of utility that can make it difficult, but it's good for one. Molotov being thrown, he's going to hear that. He still wants to keep his head down, wants them to get all the way around. Wants it to be a commitment before he peeks. And ooh, timing. I'm sure he saw the gun barrel there, did he not?
I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it.
Well, Hats was looking back in that direction, expecting that they might be there. They haven't put a Molotov on that side. They put it on the other.
Alistair saw.
Oh, yeah, they definitely did. Alistair's ready, and he gets it taken down. I thought maybe they'd look to the wrong corner because the utility damage they would have heard hitting A-Core, but he was on the lane side where we see him now, but apparently they were aware of everything, and Malta's got him. If they could just win the last 3 rounds of the half, Jason.
Deja vu, baby. It's a beautiful thing. And all the kills going the way of Renegades. That is a nicely done round. Helping out with the boost, the kill on Alistair. Didn't even realize he'd seen him. Plenty of money for mousesports into the next round. Rop's seeing what he can get. Garbage time, and that's nothing. Okay, Renegades on the board again. Sometimes, you know, sometimes, Matt, it just takes 12 rounds before you really get switched on.
Sometimes it does, apparently. Yeah, this will put them at 10-3. And still, I think the favorite of this map is CT side. So this is still a workable situation for Renegades, and they need to think of it that way. They need to have that positivity and perspective about their chances. So BMAS with a little bit of utility already thrown down. That'll bounce and cover off the B stairs as he plays it over from mid. Support smoke, excuse me, for his teammates. Oh no, this is a problem because A-Core's gone. All right, that's, yeah, okay.
He struggled with that shot previously as well, remember? He had the aimer like far back towards the big box and just struggled to pull it down fast enough, and Hats is going to get another freebie on the same angle.
No repeat either because they weren't even sure if there was more than one player there.
Yeah, and your teammate's already dead. It's like, all right, I'll just back off. My bad. 5-on-4 for Renegades.
They had a bit of a stance toward middle of this. They went up the ladder, but they've already subsided and gone back down around.
Looks like they... Ooh, that's not ideal. That's a nice pop flash and clearing out of the stairs, but if Sicko wanted to continue with the plan, which was the bomb meeting up with Malta and perhaps a fake towards the A-bomb site, in theory he still could, but alone he doesn't seem super motivated or super interested in the idea. So he's going to bring up the rear, coming back to the A-bomb site, just a standard set piece. Now, previously they've done this in Renegades. Unfortunately, it got stalled out. They weren't able to get the bomb plant in time. Their smokes dissipated, and that makes the hit so much more difficult. Boost up over. BMAS is looking for heads.
Through the smoke. Frozen does find one. They know they have to be there somewhere. Crossing over. Alistair's tagged up significantly as well, but he'll back away from this as the bomb goes down. Hat's the one to plant, and In's the one to get Frozen. That's just going to swing around as well. Tagged up even more. Just scraped. Merely a flesh wound. That's a little worse, though. As B-Mass will take out Hats. Ins. Swing? No. Smoke down from CTs. They want to try and get on this. B-Mass over top. Tries to tap the, the ball. Tries to go fake the defuse. And they're spaying into it thinking that he's on it. That's going to give away their position. It's going to force a reload out. It's going to give away Dexter's Q. And he goes back in. Low HP for Alistair. Well played to bait that back in by use of smoke. And it'll be Mouse just barely getting now number 11. I say just barely. There was quite a bit of time on that.
That spray was making me nervous with his teammate at low HP.
Yeah, I know. I thought at one point he was going to TK him as well.
The first kill, the entry to begin that retake from BMAS when he just turns that corner, he could hear the bullets tagging his opponent through the edge of the wall, through the smoke as well, and he knew exactly where that player was going to be. So an easy slide out to find that entry kill, essentially, which was kind of the green light for the retake to continue. 11-3 last round of the first half. Alistair looking for the peek. Oh, he switched away. Quick switched away as soon as the peek came in. Nobody for Renegades over at the B-bomb site this time. All 5 players going to be joining up essentially. Malta's just looking for a cheeky fast flank.
Oh no, you've got to move. That is a well-placed Molotov. And Hats gets removed before it ends. Some shaky aim, but still finds Dexter.
No smoke on Acor for this position. 4 Molotovs on the remaining Renegades players, so one's going to certainly come here.
Oh, I thought he was walking off. I thought Acor was walking off. Gets the first shot, goes down to Sicko.
He should have. Should be like, that's the kill I wanted, I'm out.
Yeah, just get rid of me and the op together.
I know I'm gonna die, but you're not gonna get it. Ha ha!
If I'm going down, you're going down with me. Remember that if you fall off with the bomb on this map, it resets.
Ooh! Malta
will take out B-Mass. Malta will take out Frozen. Rops will try and slide around the smoke play. The smoke to perfection, but can't do it. 11-4. Still workable for Renegades. Not impossible, but it's going to be a tough task in the second half.
I mean, look, they came back from this exact scoreline of Mirage, so we'll see if they can do it again, switching over to the CT side. I will say, it feels like, I don't know, I'm curious to see what they're going to do CT side. This T side was much different than what I feel like I'm used to seeing on Vertigo, but that's all good. Just a quiet game. At least on Mirage, what you could hang your hat on was Alistair delivering. Inns having a really good game. You don't have that. Nobody on Renegades in double digits in the first half of Vertigo. Mustaches still look great, though.
They look fantastic. And we are coming into Movember. I don't think we've got anything planned as we have done in the past. And I've always been very proud of the fact that as an esports, we can
Did you plan anything?
I didn't really, per se.
I'm just kidding.
I might pie you in the face and tell you that it was planned, but no. Look, it's always made me very proud that we were able to showcase what a good community we can be and do something for a good cause. But just with the situation of COVID and everything going on in this event, we didn't even know where we were going to be for part of it. So we don't have anything planned per se. But yeah, if you've got someone that you know that does Movember in your area or whatever and want to support the cause, please do so. There's lots of ways that you can. I might shave into a mustache for it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do it with, like, mutton chops still.
Okay, yeah, because why not?
Just, if I'm going to be ridiculous. The reason I would do that is because then I can just grow back in the other part a lot faster. Not have to clean shave and look like a 12-year-old.
Mustache analysis with Sadakist. Everyone taking a little bit of a breather at halftime. If you're tuning in recently, this is not an elimination game. The winning team, or excuse me, this is an elimination game. The winning team just survives till tomorrow. The losing team goes home.
Yeah, that is the case.
And a lot of pressure on these guys' shoulders for that fact. Less pressure, perhaps, on mousesports with that big lead after a nice first half. Here we go, live into the pistol round. Fast-paced, flashbang out, split towards the B-bomb site. And, oh, out of the sky, Hats gets the first. He He needs more. There's a couple more players. They're going to start coming behind him as well up the stairs. His teammate in quad is getting bullets sent his way. Hat's finally into play, gets a second, but both kills are traded and responded.
Couple of shots through the wood. Thankfully, it's the pistols. Not a lot of penetration power, so Rob survived most of it. Not the second shot through it, and the nade damage on top of it was spectacular. Look at Frozen as well on
He's got the bomb. He stepped into that nade. I don't think they know he's there, but he got chunked down from that nade massively, but they have no idea. Nice and patient. Frozen is rewarded. And mousesports have no idea where these other guys are.
No, you're absolutely right. They had no idea he was there. He stepped into the corner. Now he can plant the bomb. He's only on 9 HP, but Dexter's been inside of the site the whole time, and they go back realizing their mistakes to try and pull this round into contention. They know where both are now. He spotted both, but Malta took a dink in the process. Has to fall back down the stairs and play a headshot angle, which Frozen will welcome because he too needs his body protected as Inns is left in a 1-on-2. Can hear one. They didn't know that he was coming from that side of the map either, so he's got the advantage, and Frozen is the low HP player. Inns has a kit as well. He's got 10 seconds to find a man that only has 9 HP, but Lord. Frozen, what a round, as he closes it out with 4 kills in the pistol, and Mouse find number 12.
His lizard brain wanted the kill. I thought he was going to play sound. I thought he was going to try and work his way around the cover so he didn't have to deal with the player, use the bomb, but he just straight up wanted violence. 9 HP, and he hit some brilliant shots. 12-4. Timeout taken from Renegades. I kind of think you have to buy into this round. Yeah, Deagle picked up for Inns. SMG picked up for Hats. Deagle on Sicko. I think this is this actually exactly what happened on Mirage? 11-4 halftime. Mousesports won the pistol. Renegades won the second.
I think no. I think the Renegades won the second half pistol as well,
okay.
And then it was ecoed, and then it went back the other way. Don't quote me on that. There was a bit back and forth at the start.
Okay.
But I mean, you might be right. It's definitely similar, and I'm not writing this off still. I mean, you've got the CT side of Inferno now. You've got SMGs that you can play up close. Malta's going to try and get very close. I don't know that he needed to do that. I think he was a little bit worried they were going to be pushing through that smoke. I think he still could have got closer with that 5-7.
Oh no, that's not the. Is it the smoke you wanted? I don't think so.
That's gonna have a huge gap on the right side.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's not what you'd like to see. All right. Well, underneath B stairs is taken by mousesports. They've got good map control. Also, with the 5-7 firing off shots, they know it's an investment from Renegades. But kind of an early stalemate. Neither of these teams wanted to challenge anything in the early going. 52 seconds, and oh, that's supposed to be a one-way that plumes beneath the stairs. That's missed, so smoke utility usage is getting a bit shaky here in round number 2.
Yeah, that didn't work out at all. Would have been a clever smoke. Yeah, look, he's given that little wiggle that you do when things don't go your way. Like, shake it off. Shake it off. Well, they'll grab the bomb. They're going to go back over toward A as a result of that not working out in their favor. Unfortunately, they do still have Acorn and Frozen that are on the ramp, so they'll be able to get closer to the site more quickly. They've been listening for noise cues. They've been listening, but not seeing because the smokes are down. Malta's done damage. He's very low. I can't imagine he gets anything from that position. He goes down already. Still, they have one at the lane. Inns. Deagle, Acorn, bound. And they forgot about the fact that Alistair was still over there. They thought it was clear by default. That's going to put the bomb on the ground, and without smoke, they're going to have to plant this. 5 seconds! 5 seconds, it's over! They've done it! All they have to do is survive. There's no way they can plant the bomb. They'll get away with it, and Renegades return.
The hero CZ from lane. No one from mousesports actually transitions over to attack that position and make sure it's clear. Everyone came up ramp. And man, with the time dwindling down, that's brutal. So a little bit of a life raft thrown out for the Renegades. But great patience. I actually thought Frozen was going to provide excellent cover. He was doing a good job trying to fire off shots to protect the planter. Just way too many bodies to have to worry about. So Frozen's going to have the AK. They buy up around it. But Renegades, we saw him come back earlier. Another chance to stun mousesports again. In's just waiting. Two 1-2 for the defense. Deep nade, that's gonna, it looked good for a moment. They saw it coming, backed off. Rops takes a decent amount of damage. All 5 players from, excuse me, 3 players. Again, attempted split towards that B bomb site. A lot of this is gonna come down to Inz's defense.
Frozen starting to rotate around. Inz is very susceptible to being spotted by, yeah, backpack showing. Bit early, Frozen. Just wanted to get that one done, didn't he? Could have made that a little bit cleaner. Could have been awkward with the wall still kind of in his way. Rops will get Sicko with a lovely shot, though. Hats needs to push out forward. Oh, Dexter, that's pretty sick. Jumping through smoke, through wall, headshot, according to the kill feed. I didn't think the smoke was really a factor, but it still counted because it was there technically.
Yeah. Alistair's going to go down as well. That's a tough round for Renegades to really win. That kind of a defense 2-on-2, and you're not really peeking anywhere. Like, you don't have information of where they're coming at all. mousesports had not only so much space in middle, but so much time to like sit and be comfortable and jiggle peek and slow peek and walk these angles. And it's like Inz has got to cover the run up of that ramp. He's got to cover them kind of wrapping around towards the A bomb site where he got killed from Frozen. He's got to cover them actually attacking towards the A bomb site. That's a lot of responsibility. And when you don't have the information that something's coming, there's no chance that you can call for a teammate to be in position to support or help you in any way. And mousesports steal it right back. 1 AK-47 and upgraded pistols, it's all they needed.
Apparently it is. Bit of chatter as they get back into it immediately. Dexter already toward the B position is going to get underneath the stairs. Hats holding back on the catwalk. Position goes out, can't find. Deagle still to try and get these long shots, and Dexter takes advantage of the fact that he is pushed back so far and goes after him by getting up around the quad, getting closer to the quad, I should say. But Hats isn't the only one that's there. And even though he's found a kill and gone down, Sicko's still in position and finds Dexter perfectly on position at the E-box as he wraps in deeper. Bomb, by the way, is not in this yet. They've left that behind on purpose. I make mention of that because if they're overcommitted to this fight and losing picks, they're going to have a huge problem going back to get that and winning out the round.
Aiko can stick around, though. He's got such an advantage with the weaponry. Take those fights. One player has snuck into the back corner. That'll be tough to clear out in a 3-on-4, especially if there's other bodies that make their way over. 50 seconds left on the clock here in round 19. mousesports being very quiet and cautious throughout all this.
You can see how little information they have, though, Renegades, on that A site, because Malta just checked close corners everywhere. They thought they could have already been up the ramp, so they're going to slowly take position back on A, potentially with that in mind. Malta now knows they're only working up. Does a decent amount of damage to Frozen, but the smoke going down. Malta's going to push back through this. SMG as well. He can run and gun this, but gap in the smoke works in their favor. Frozen's found. Again, same spot. Sicko pops out with the Deagle, and down they go.
Listen, surely that doesn't happen again.
There's no chance.
Surely someone on mousesports raises their hand. I mean, listen, fair play. At least this time, they'd been whittled down, right? There's only 2 players at that 8-bomb site. Last time it was like a 5-man execute. No one grabbed it, but man, that's got to be brutal. And that's what'll get somebody frustrated when you see like the same thing happening over and over again and it doesn't get fixed for whatever reason. 13-6, 7-round lead, but both these teams jockeying for control of the second half. Rounds going back and forth to start things.
Nade's gonna, oh, he just got away. Dexter just got away. It tickles his backside. 13 HP left for him. part of the problem, I think Mouse, like both those times it was late, right? So they were just
Yeah.
they were just like, let's just get to the site. They're not even thinking about it.
No, but it's the first time with 5 players alive, someone just forgot to pick it up. This time,
Yes.
there's just not enough players to send there to address it. You're just
well, here we go.
Yeah, you just gotta hope.
Ends is forward to this though. M4 frozen. All right, cool, man. Tech 9 M4 upgrade now for him, and the Molotov's still down in the corner, but they're going to attack the front side. When the back is lost, go forward. Forward into flames, though. Alistair is going to burn BMAS alive. That will leave it to a 3-on-3. Thankfully, they get that kill back because they could have lost men so early on. What is...
Little boost up.
Yeah, boost front side heaven. So it's actually close. It's on the drywall in the corner, and they've got the double boost positions covered off for a crossfire, which means no matter which way they try and escape, the site's caught, surely. But Acor gets out because his teammates find great shots, and now mousesports find 14.
God, that was tough, though. They got there in the perfect time to get the bomb planted before the smokes entirely faded. And you got to say, shout out to Acor's teammates providing excellent cover for him to be able to not only not get killed trying to plant the bomb, but to be able to get away afterwards so you can efficiently trade those kills. Good stuff from mousesports. Obviously, a little crushing if you're Renegades or a Renegades fan.
Yeah, and they have many fans. That's, I think, one of the benefits of being the only Australian representative here. You kind of represent the entire country. I'm sure there's other, there's rivalries within the country as well that people, back in the day with Immunity that liked Immunity more, but even when they weren't at events, they'd still cheer for Renegades. There's a lot of passion there.
I mean, even just take it one step further as well. The organization has been represented at a number of different majors already, and has always kind of, had the pride of Australia lineup at its core.
It's true. Even lived in Las Vegas for a while in a hotel. I don't know how I would cope with that.
In a casino hotel.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? Like, don't get me wrong, Vegas is great, but the best Vegas to me is actually off the strip. Like you can go rent supercars and drop tracks. You can go rent like the hoverboard jet skis, the water propelled like hoverboards.
You can rent
anything.
You can rent a tank.
You can
run
do
over
anything.
a car.
And you can go an hour away and go to Boulder City, and which is where Aaron Gwynn used to train downhill, like some legit mountain biking. There's great stuff around the city. The strip itself can be a bit much. Some of the shows and stuff are great, but yeah, I don't know how I'd cope with living in a hotel like that with so much superficiality around you for that long. I think I'd question my sanity.
I'd never put myself in the situation.
Just quit the team.
I wouldn't survive.
Never mind if I had a contract.
Yeah, no, living in a casino hotel is nothing that I should ever
Actually,
consider doing.
Chad was on the team when that happened,
I know.
so I'm sure
I've heard his stories.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just like, nah, I'm good, man. They used to, there was like the practice room was on the casino floor. They used to just get like random drunk people who wanted to play poker just wandering in while they're scrimming. Ooh.
That's tough.
Speaking of tough. Renegades.
I would have just, eventually I would just get out of my chair and be like, hey, actually, sir, you can play over here. If you get one kill this round, you win $100. It's a new game.
You'd lose a lot of money. You'd lose a lot of money with that one.
Sir, if you don't get a kill, though, you have to pay me $100.
Yeah, now there we go. Now we're talking. All right, Renegades. It's been a long series for them. Long series with a lot of pressure on it, as they've tried to come back here in Vertigo, but it does feel like they're just not able to muster what they need to get over the line to find some more of these rounds. This back and forth as well, so demoralizing to lose it when you're trading rounds back and forth 4 rounds in a row, and then mousesports finally take that control. It's soul-crushing. And if you haven't guessed it, there was a little bit of a tech pause, but you can see everyone scooting forward, coach clapping. That means we're about to get back into the action.
So it's a coach that has the issue this time, a coach technical issue. Not that kind of coach technical issue. There's admins here. But they'll get back underway as we go 14-6. 2 rounds. All mousesports need to advance another day in the major. Robs, he hit the man that was boosted. Usually in that situation, you take the man underneath down, and the second guy falls and loses his aim. But somehow he anticipates his crosshair placement was already there.
Yeah, Robs will take whatever he can get. Now he was there fast as well. 5 HP left. Full investment as well for Renegades. They want to get the scoreline closer before mousesports hit 15, but that might no longer be in their control. They've got to come back in a 3-on-5, and they've got 1 nade and 1 flashbang to do it. This might be one of those rounds where you get all 3 players together and you roll the dice. And if they don't come to your bomb site, you save those weapons for the next. Good shot from Alistair. Now he can back away.
Malta will wait now with the 5-7, spots the shoulder of Frozen. Gets a little bit of damage onto it, but not enough to really have a massive contribution to the round. That said, with Rops on 5, this is a pretty fair game right now still. They're going to try and execute more utility in the hands of the 4 players, but no smokes down. Flashes instead. They've got boosted over. They've got covered off at Evox, but Acor hits the shot instead. Emperor's going to go hunting. Alistair hears it, but they will go no further. The smokes now will protrude and prevent anyone from possibly getting in the faces of them as the bomb goes down, and BMAS will back off. Surely? No, he's actually going to hold the closer angle. They've got 2 players watching that. What's the backside look like in this situation? Because they've still got Malta trying to hold out at the middle, and I don't think they've got anything in this. Malta's got no way to get back through the smokes. They've got no money either. This is done. It's 15. This is it. This is series point for mousesports.
They'd already called the save when he got that kill. I think maybe if they'd stuck around, they would have gone for it. But you're right. The no kit is obviously a demotivating factor. Someone should pick that up in the next round just in case. But Renegades, they're going to have the comeback on Mirage was difficult. The comeback on Vertigo is going to be insanely hard. 6-15. They need 9 rounds in a row to take us into overtime on this 3rd and deciding map and avoid elimination at the PGL Major.
Well, can they do it? This could be it. This could be farewell for the men down under. As they'll go back to, I suppose they're going into summer in Australia. So maybe some decent weather, but they'll try their hardest, their damnedest to make this work. Malta, 5-7 only. MP9 for Sicko. At least they do carry that 1 AK for Inns, who's already trying to reign supreme with it, but he's taken a nade. And he's gone down to 72. He's the man playing aggressively with his AK as well. And they know it's there. They can see the tracers coming through as he continues to optimistically look for a pick early on in the round. Not even any damage done so far, in fact, to the 5 mousesports players.
Yeah, mousesports has played behind that smoke at the base of A ramp real passively. Not even in position really to get hurt by too many nades that would be thrown. Frozen's a little susceptible to it, and Malta's going to push up as that smoke covers him and fades. It's all on this setup here. Malta and Inns. If mousesports dedicate themselves to this attack, it's all about Inns pulling some attention away, but Malta actually chooses to fall back, and he gets caught in no man's land.
So the Molotov naturally to cover off the sandbags position. Deep smoke and a Molotov at the boost position to make sure they can't go above, but they went to drywall. They went back to that boost instead. Inns gets the first, Hats finds number 2, and they're still alive yet as it goes to a 4-on-3. Surely they check the lane. Inns, how did he find Acor in that situation? When he jumped over, it almost looked like he was shooting at his teammate, but he got a kill. And they still want to get inside the site. Rops and Frozen do the work. Hats and Rops, a 1-on-1, 27 versus 8 HP, and Rops can close this out here and now as he starts to swing around. Hats does not dare move. He is shaking in his boots, and he will be removed from them and removed from this major. mousesports survive a scare in map 3.
That's a legit clutch from Rops as well. He wasn't even concerned about the time on the clock. He knew exactly where the guy was, knew exactly where Hats was trapped, and he just went for it. Cold-blooded. Great series from Rops. Good recovery from mousesports, but still the same story. There's nothing confidence-inspiring about this.